So one of the most common questions that we get at TrueReview is, how do I automate my review request so that if I'm using a CRM or a POS and I have a new customer added or a customer pays for something, how do we do it so that it sends an automatic review request to that customer? That's very easy to do. It only takes a few minutes, and our automation is done through Zapier. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to Zapier and search for your app and make sure that it is available here. If it is available, that means that we can connect your CRM or application to TrueReview through Zapier, and we can automate the review requests or the contact creation so that later on you can either manually select and send it, or the system can automatically send the review request based on your triggers. So let's go ahead and create a demo Zap, which is a connection between an application and TrueReview through Zapier. So for the purpose of this demo, we'll go ahead and use Google Contacts. But again, whenever you do it, you'll connect your account. So it's going to be different for yours unless you're actually using Google Contacts. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to your Zaps, click Create New, and then New Zap. The trigger is going to be the app that you're using to manage your customers. So we'll click into it, and we're going to use Google Contacts. So I'll search for Google Contacts. And here you want to, on the right side, you want to click Event, New or Updated Contact. And again, whenever you connect your CRM or your POS or any software, you will have different events. And then later on, you can create different detailed filtering or delays and things like that if you choose to. But this will just be a quick overview. Click Continue. I'll choose my account. I've already connected my personal one. And you can see it's been connected. Click Continue. I don't have any contacts in my account, as you can see. So what it's going to tell me is that I don't have anything once I click Test. And if I skip it, it will give me default data. So you can see here, first name John, Jacob, Doe. So I can go ahead and scroll down and click Continue. And when I'm making my connection, I'll use this default data that Google provides to make sure that I'm feeding the correct information to the correct input fields. So now we want to change the action. So if you did not see what I did was, it automatically opened, but if you click this action step, here you can search for TrueReview, and you're only going to see one option here. The reason I see multiple is because I have a developer account. On the right side, I'll click into my event, and this is an important one. Create Contact will simply add the contact information to your TrueReview contacts page. So if I go back to TrueReview and go to the Contacts tab, you can see I have these contacts. So let me go ahead and delete this. So whenever your Zap runs, it will add contacts here. Now let's go back to our setup, and then Create Request will actually send the review request right away or through a delay, depending on how you've set up your Zap. And once that's sent, that will be visible in the Request tab. So here you will see all the different customer interactions once it's sent. So back in our Zap, we'll click Create Contact and continue. We'll go ahead and choose an account. I've already connected one, but just for the purpose of this, you can click Create New One or Add New One. And here you can log into TrueReview. Once you log in, you will see that there are the different businesses associated with your account. So if we go back to TrueReview, you can see all of my accounts are here. So let's go back to Zap, and we'll go ahead and click Hanover and Tyke, and we'll click Allow. So when you do it, you will see your business names. On the right side, you'll see that it's been connected successfully, and we'll click Continue. And this is an important step because this is the information that you need to feed the action in order for the information to go either in TrueReview or to go out as a review request. So we'll click into the contact name, and in the search, you can search for name, and you can see there's multiple things coming through. I can add the first name, We usually recommend just sticking to the first name, but if you decide to do additional fields like adding last name, just make sure there's a space between them so that the name and the last name is not showing as one word. And so for now, let's just go ahead and delete that. And let's add phone. And let's select phone mobile. And then same thing for email. Email's home. We can click that. Continue. And you can see here we have sample data for email, name, and phone. We'll go ahead and click test action. Takes a few seconds and we go back to TrueReview. And let's go ahead and refresh this. Now you can see the customer that was here is now added to our TrueReview contacts page. From here, I can just click the contact and create request and send it. So if you can imagine, if you have a lot of requests coming through or a lot of customers coming through, they will be automatically added here. And then maybe at the end of the day or at the end of the week, you go in and you can manually select which customers you want to send to, or just select everyone and send a request. So let's go back and let's make sure we publish this Zap. Now that it's published, we'll go into my Google Contacts and I'll go ahead and create a contact. So I'll add my name, I'll add a phone number, and make sure to select the correct label as it's going to look for that. So in this case, it's mobile. And then for the email, I'll add that. Same thing, I believe it was home. And I'm going to go ahead and click save. So my contact has been added. If I go back to the Zap, there's going to be a few minute delay whenever you launch this Zap. So to speed it up, I'll go ahead and click run Zap and it will just run the actual Zap right away. And now you can see it says create contact was successful. So if I go back to TrueReview and refresh it, you can see that Michael was added. So now I can just select them or select individual ones and go ahead and create the request. So let's go back and let's edit this Zap. So go ahead and click edit Zap. Click into the action for TrueReview. In the event, you want to change that to create request. And click continue, continue. And unfortunately, the way it works is that whenever you change the action, it changes the input field. So it just clears it out. So we'll go ahead and re-enter this information. We'll put the first name. We'll do the phone. And we'll do the same thing for email. Continue. And since this is a dummy phone number, I'm just going to skip this test. And we'll actually do it live. So we'll go ahead and publish this. Great. So this is published. So now I can go in here and I can create a new contact. I'll just put Alex. And let's add a phone number here. Mobile. And let's go ahead and save it. Now the contact has been added, so I can go ahead and go back to the Zap. And like I said, just to speed things up, I'll go ahead and click run. And you can see a create request was successful. So we can go back to our TrueReview account, go ahead and refresh it, click into requests. And now you can see Alex received a review request. And I actually got it on my mobile phone right here. You can see it's been delivered. I can go ahead and click it. And if I refresh, you will see that it will say request was opened over there. And I can go ahead and click the Google link. And that's also going to register. And if I refresh it again, you can see that it shows that the review website clicked was Google. And as you can see, it's very easy to create a Zapier automation. You can either create the contacts in your contacts page, or you can just have it automatically send the review request right away. There's also other things that you can do in the Zap itself, like adding different delays and filtering and things like that. And if you need additional help or assistance with creating your Zap integration, just let us know and we'll be happy to help you out with that.